Greetings, Rocketeers! This is your Toy Commander, and are you guys ready for today's mission? Great, so am I! And today's video is intended for play only. Planet Zizzle! Alright guys, it's time for fun facts about outer space with the Toy Commander, as always. Alright, today's fun fact is we're going to talk about this right here. This is what you call the Pistol Star. Now this star is located about 25,000 light years away from Earth in the direction of Sagittarius. Now the Pistol Star, which is huge, has about a mass of 100 to 150 times the Sun, our Sun right here. And it's also 10 million times brighter. Woo! That is a bright star. It's actually one of the brightest objects in the universe. Now I want to give you guys a size comparison just to show you how massive this thing is. Now, right here you're going to see a little diagram of some various stars, and all the way down the end you're going to see the Sun. And right here it says Pistol Star, and there's a few other stars. I don't know what they are in between, maybe a white dwarf and just another red giant. But this right here, the Pistol Star and the Sun, just look at the size comparison. Can you imagine how small the Earth would look?
It'd be like a little tiny dot.
Now the Pistol Star is also known as a hypergiant. Alright, that wraps up today's fun fact about outer space. I had no idea about the Pistol Star in the Sagittarius constellation, but now I do. Alright, on to today's video. Are you ready for it? Ta-da! This is the National Geographic
Mega Science Lab.
Nice. This is also an activity kit that has 45 exciting experiments in there. This is a STEM product, which means science, technology, engineering, and math. Here's a look at the front of the box, and it just gives you a couple basic things. We can create a tornado. We can also make glowing worms, produce amazing reactions here, grow a glowing crystal. That sounds cool. And the last one here, it just says unearth a replica T-Rex tooth. This is so cool. And I will show you guys the whole kit, everything in it. There's a lot of experiments. I don't think we're going to get a chance to do all of them, but I'm going to show you everything that's included in this cool set. So let's go get a closer look on the other table and start our
Mega Science Lab.
not evil science lab, Mega Science Lab.
Alright guys, you ready to do some experiments with our Mega Science Lab activity kit with 45 plus exciting experiments? Of course, this is a STEM product, and here we have the back, which has all the contents, and I'll go over those. Grow an amazing crystal. Color and grow trees covered in crystals. Look at that, that's so cool. Dig out pyrite. Excavate the T-Rex tooth. Make color-changing, glow-in-the-dark worms and worm eggs. Create fizzy reactions. Color-changing stretch, squeeze, twist, putty. And look at this cool tornado right here. So lots of fun things. And right here it says National Geographic Mega Science Lab gives kids the chance to perform 45 amazing science and chemistry experiments. Additional bonus booklet contains 30 experiments using common household items. So it does say that it's for 8 plus right here, and there are some chemicals in here that may need some adult supervision when performing some of these experiments. Alright, let's get this thing out of the box and start blowing up some stuff. No, I'm just kidding. We're not gonna blow up anything.
Oh, man. No!
Alright, let's start looking at what we have here in this kit. So this right here says Amazing Worms Experiment Guide.
Cool.
Take a quick look. Alright, there's a couple pages on that. Burst a giant worm egg. Here's some amazing facts on this side. Make gooey glowing worms.
Ooh la la.
And more facts. And make color-changing worms. And some other information on that side. Zombie worms.
What?
And look at that. Oh,
right, so that's one book. Right here it says 30 bonus science experiments to do at home. So this must be the bonus guide where you just use regular household products and you can make your own experiments right here. Table of contents, okay. Chemical reactions in action. Bounce an egg, create elephant toothpaste. Wow, all kinds of cool stuff in here. Grow your gummy bears. Color a flower. Fireproof a balloon. Make your drawing float. Okay, all kinds of fun stuff. 30 different experiments in this book. All right, that's another book in there. Tornado instructions. That looks like a really cool experiment. Crystal garden right here. That looks fun too. Color changing guide, chemistry. Make it red with acid. Make it blue with a base. The power of purple. This is a dig it instructions. What's this one? This one's color changing putty right here. Mega Science Lab learning guide. Let's see what's in here. Okay, so there's a lot of really good information in here to read about each experiment and how they work and the origins of the experiments too. So that's kind of neat. Wow, look at all this information in here. Dinosaurs, a vortex, fossils, pyrite, and you can write your own notes on the end.
Bingo!
Now, some of the goods that are included. All right, right here we have a bag of seed rock. That must be for the crystals. What's this? This is where we excavate our dino tooth right there. What's this? This is the solution, the color changing solution, sodium alginate solution. Here we have some color change putty. Let's open this up if we can. Okay, it's sealed, but we'll get to that in a minute. What else? Whoa, so much stuff. Here's for your color changing crystal trees. And all these packages here. This is the zinc sulfide and the chloride. And we have some more stuff. This is the crystal glowing liquid. It's like an activation liquid. So much. What's this? We have a treasure chest.
Ahoy there, matey!
Whoa, we're gonna have to open that up too.
Hooray!
And what do we have here? It's just some plates for one of the experiments. I don't know yet. Whoa, this one's heavy. This has the crystal growing powder. And then right there, there's a spoon. We have, this is green sodium alginate solution. So much in these pouring cups. This is the funnel that connects the two bottles for your tornado. And right here we have a cup full of acid citrate, red cabbage powder, and sodium bicarbonate. All right. So now it's time to decide what experiment we can do. So for our first experiment, we're gonna make color changing worms.
Nice.
What we need is our color changing sodium alginate. We need our calcium chloride. We need 2 cups. 2 cups. We need the big scoop, hot water and cold water and ice cubes. So let's go to our first step. What to do? Fill 1 cup half full of hot water and fill the other cup half full with cold water. All right, so here's the hot water. You can see by the steam coming out that this one's hot. That's half a cup right there. And then we'll do the cold water. I have ice cubes in here. We'll do half. Get a couple ice cubes in there. All right, so there's our 2 cups. Says add 1 big scoop of calcium chloride to the hot water and stir the solution until the powder is dissolved. All right, so here is our calcium chloride. Let's add 1 big scoop. And we're gonna add this to the hot water. This one's the hot. All right, now we're gonna stir it up, make sure it's all dissolved. Next step will be to squeeze a long, steady stream of color-changing alginate into the cup of hot water. The sodium alginate changed from pink to white as the worms formed. All right, let's do that step next. First, we need to remove the seal. Let's try and peel that off. All right. Put the cap back on, shake it up. And then right here it says to squirt it into the hot water. All right, here we go. You guys ready for it? All right, there's the worms. I can see the worms changing into white. Pull your worms out of the hot water and slowly dip them into the cold water. The worms change back to pink. If the water is too hot to touch, use a fork. Yeah, I don't think it's that hot. We're gonna transfer them into the cold water. Oh, look at those worms. Oh, look, they're turning pink right away.
Ew!
I guess we can use our fingers. Look at that. Look at those pink worms. Pretty cool, right? And if we put them back, they should turn white. They go back to like a light pink or white. There they go, they're getting white. Back into the cold. And there's our gooey, color-changing worms. And you can play with those actually because they stay together. Oh, you could squeeze, ew, you could squeeze them.
Gross!
So basically, there are your worms, and if you want to do a prank, you can do one of those, you know, the booger pranks. You pretend that there are boogers coming out of your nose.
Boogers.
And also, you can read this right here. It can tell you exactly what the chemical reaction was right here and what happened in your experiment. Before we go on to the next experiment, what you can do with these worms, you can actually make them into zombie worms. What you need to do is take them out, put them on a plate, let them dry out for like 2 or 3 days, and then they will become these plastic stringy worms. And if you add water, you can bring them back to life like zombies. All right, here we go. We're gonna do another experiment. We're gonna do the tornado. All right, guys, here are the directions for the tornado. And what we need for this is 2 empty 2-liter bottles of soda bottles. I have 1, and I have 2 of those right there. And also, you need to remove the plastic caps on top and this little ring that goes around there. I'm gonna fill one of them 3/4 the way up with water, and then I'm gonna take this piece right here, connect the 2 bottles, and watch the tornado. All right, here we go. Okay, so there's our 1 2-liter bottle filled about 3/4 of the way. And our next step is to twist on this connecting piece right here to the top of the bottle. So we'll connect right here, screw that on nice and tight so we don't have any water leakage. And then we're gonna take this and put it on top. And then we're gonna twist that on. Nice and tight. All right, once we flip the bottle, we need to pan up. We need to kind of shake this a little bit like this, swirl it until the tornado appears. There it is. Whoa, look at that. So cool. Let's try another one. All right, on to the next experiment. All right, next we're gonna do some color changing putty. And here is our can right here. First we need to do this. Tear 2 equally sized pieces of color changing putty. All right, let's do that first. Oh, we need to open it up. It is green right now. All right, let's get the scissors. Actually, we don't need scissors. We can just open it like this. Pretty easy. All right, so now we need to make 2 equal pieces. Let's do that first. Let's cut it right down the middle. Roll one piece into a long tube shape and put it in the freezer for 1 minute. Whoa, okay. And then it says knead the other piece in your hand to warm it up, and then shape it into another long tube. Retrieve one cool putty from the freezer, twist the warm and the cool pieces together to experiment an awesome two-tone twist. Let's roll this one into a long tube and go put it in the freezer. I don't know how long of a tube, it doesn't say, but we'll go, I don't know, maybe 6-8 inches long.
Cool.
Like that. All right, a little bit longer. All right, let's go put this in the freezer real quick. And now we need to shape this one into the same exact shape. If you want this to change colors quicker, you can dip it in hot water, I guess. Oh, let's see if it changes. Well, it is a little bit whiter, but not quite exactly the white color we're looking for. Let's just throw it in there and let it sit for a minute in the warm water. Let's see what happens. It says hot water, but this is warm, I think. Oh, there we go. It's changing white now. Okay, so after a few minutes, that turned like a light green. If you hold it in your palms or you keep it in the water longer, it'll turn white. And here's our other putty that we took from the freezer. You can twist it to make two different colors, and there's your color changing putty. Look at that, that's so cool. You can mold it into all different shapes. Like that. And it'll go all back to the same color, but that is so cool. All right guys, for our next experiment, we're gonna attempt to make this right here. This is the crystal tree. So here is the packet, what we're going to need with our colored markers and our trees. And this is a magnifying glass to see the crystals. So let's go to our first step in this book. And it says right here, good scientists always wash their hands before performing an experiment. This will prevent bacteria growth and prolong the life of your crystal garden. For the next steps, a supervising adult will help you achieve the best results. Before you begin, pick a safe location for your tree to grow where it won't be touched or disturbed. The crystals on your tree are very fragile and may fall if moved. Using the markers included in the kit, color your tree any way you want. Okay, we're gonna use this tree because it's so close to Christmas, and basically I'm gonna color it all different colors, and then it just slides right on top like this. So let's go ahead and color. All right, here we have both sides of both trees covered. Let's put them together like this. And then we're gonna put this right on our stand right here. All right, there is our Christmas tree. And now we need to separate the branches. I guess there's little slits in each tree like this. So you can separate each one like that. Okay, now they're all separated. Let's get it back in the stand. All right, now we're ready to put the solution on. The next step is our crystal growing solution liquid right here. And it says to put a small amount on the top of the tree, right here, and then some on the base, like this. Fill the bottom so it's touching the cardboard, like that. Put a little bit more in the top. All right, I think we're good to go. All right, now we seal this, save it for our other tree. And now it says, in approximately 30 minutes, crystals will begin to form. In 6 to 8 hours, we'll have a fully bloomed tree. So we're gonna come back to this. Let's do another experiment. All right, let's move on to this treasure chest right here. Let's open this up. Now, I think we'll be digging for the pyrite, also known as fool's gold. All right, that's a shiny yellow gold color of pyrite crystals, often led people to believe they found gold. So this was tricking people to thinking that they had gold, because it does look like gold nuggets. Now, there are no directions on this one, but I believe we need to dig through this treasure chest to find the fool's gold. So I have a mat down here because it can get a little bit dirty, all right? So there's a piece right there, we can see it coming through, shining through right there. Let's keep digging. And here comes the fool's gold. Let's go wash it off. I don't know if there's any more in there, but I think we got the big piece. Here's a little piece right here, but let's go wash it off. I found gold! I have gold! I'm gonna be rich! Woohoo! Oh, wait a minute.
Oh no!
That's just pyrite. Fool's gold! But look at that, it does look real. Here's the other side. Alright kids, for our next experiment, we're going to do the power of purple. We're gonna see something fizz. So cool. We're gonna look at this end result right here, and this is what we're going to do right now. So let's get our preparation. This is what we need from the kit. The red cabbage powder, baking soda, 3 clear cups, small scoop, big scoop, a beaker, warm water, distilled white vinegar. First thing we're gonna need is 10 milliliters of distilled white vinegar. We're gonna pour into one of these cups. This is your acidic solution and will be red. And then we're gonna take the second cup and add 10 milliliters of warm water. Here is 10 milliliters of warm water. 1 scoop of baking soda, which is sodium bicarbonate. And it calls for a big scoop. That's the big one, so we're gonna add that. Now this cup will be the base solution and it will be blue. All right, that's all dissolved, okay? Next, we're going to need the red cabbage powder. We're gonna get 1 small scoop of red cabbage powder to the beaker. Then we're gonna fill that to the top, 50 milliliters of water. Let's mix this up. Now this liquid is our pH indicator. So next step is 4. It says put the beaker and clear cups on the table. We have both of them right here. Ask the audience which 2 colors make purple. When they say red and blue, reveal you have a beaker that separates colors. Pour some indicator into the cup with the acidic solution. The solution turns red. Now this is the acidic solution because it has the vinegar, so it says pour some of this purple into here and it should turn red. And yes, it does. And now we need to pour some solution into the baking soda cup right here, and that one turns blue. All right, now for the last step where the fizz will react. It says you can change the liquid back to purple. Pour the red and blue cups into the empty clear cup at the same time, and the liquid changes back to purple with a fizzy reaction. All right, guys, here we go. Now I do have a mat down because this can get messy. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Whoa!
Holy moly!
Okay guys, here's the Christmas tree after about 15-20 minutes. As you can see, the solution has absorbed into the Christmas tree, and there aren't any crystals at this time yet, but we will come back in a few minutes and check again, and then we'll come back in hours to see how much the crystals have formed. All right guys, here's the crystal tree, and that's about an hour, and you can see some of the crystals starting to form at the top, and I don't see anything else forming at the bottom just yet. We'll come back in 7 or 8 more hours and check the rest of the tree out. All right guys, here is the crystal tree about 7 hours later. You can see all the colors, purple, blue. Oh, it's very delicate. If you move it, all the crystals will fall off, but I think it came out pretty good. Here's a closer look at some of the crystals. Wow, it came out really good. Alright friends, that's it for today's video with the National Geographic Mega Science Lab Activity Kit. So much fun. We did a few really cool experiments and there are so many more you can do. And you can also perform some experiments with some household products too. And make sure you have adult supervision. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. Smash that like button and come back to Planet Zizzle to keep the missions going. This is your Toy Commander signing off. And I'll see you guys on our next mission. It's now time for me to blast off out of here.